Welcome to the Galactic Mind Weather Report. So we're just finishing off a 13-day wave spell yesterday called the White Dog Wave Spell. So this wave spell was all about evolving our understanding of love, our understanding of loyalty, and what it means to be compassionate. You know, what it means to work together, to be able to listen to each other so that we can work our way towards abundance and a happy, prosperous life for this planet where all of us win. And it's not this current paradigm where the only way one person can be abundant and successful is if it gets taken from another. And this challenge we have with abundance is actually generated by humanity. It's not a natural thing. And so we're entering today, conveniently enough, the 13 days of the Blue Night Wave Spell. So what this means is that for the next 13 days, including today, we are going to be energetically influenced in order to really evolve our understanding of what abundance actually means to us. And it's going to help us, see some contrasts in our lives and our experience, day-to-day experience, so that we can really get a juicy understanding and a new definition of abundance in our own lives. It's also going to be looking at how we use our intuition, because the Blue Night archetype, it is the dream time. The Blue Night is the capacity to go internally, to not listen to what the outside world is telling you is abundance, not listening to these stories of, well, you've got to have lots of money, you've got to have thousands of dollars in your bank account. That's not abundance. That's a projection from the outside world that tells us what abundance is. And having millions of dollars in your bank account, for example, that's stagnancy. That's energy that has been bundled up and put into one spot and is getting stagnant. Energy must move. If it's not moving, it becomes stagnant, like dirty pond water. We must have motion in the ocean, as they say. So money, abundance, it's not about gathering it up so that you have this whole huge amount of money. Abundance is about having what you need when you need it in order to live the life that you are destined to be here to live, in order to be able to live a full, passionate expression of who you are. So, as you go forward in this wave spell, you're going to be really challenged with looking at how do you define abundance in your life? What are the parameters, the framework, that, what is it you need to feel like you are abundant and comfortable so that you can relax in living your life? And this wave spell is going to help really challenge you to cut away some of these old definitions that you must have this security, you must have all this money, you must have these savings and these investments in order to be abundant. Because these are simply a product of the system we have lived till now. But many of you will start realizing there's all kinds of talk around the planet right now about automation. The technology on our planet has accelerated at a ridiculous rate thanks to the great minds of Elon Musk and Tesla and these other minds all around the planet that are changing the way that we see power, changing the way that we do technology. What we're beginning to see is that very soon in our lifetimes, in the next 10, 20 years, many of the jobs that used to exist upon this planet are no longer going to be done by humans because robots will be able to do them better. Now that can be a scary proposition at first with the old paradigm thinking of what abundance is, because we've relied upon jobs to distribute the income. We've all been relying upon having a job to make ourselves prosperous. But the beautiful thing, when you get past the fear, you start seeing that this automation that is beginning to come in is going to do the jobs that we don't actually want to do. It's going to take care of the mundane jobs. It's going to take care of all the kind of, bits and pieces. And we are going to have a dilemma because people will now have to, all of our distractions will be taken away. This synthetic purpose of, doing a job for your purpose is no longer going to be possible. So what we're going to see in the future is something called the universal basic income, which many of you have probably heard about, which is that everyone gets an essential payment to cover living costs, is going to begin to enter our world. This means that We won't have to work full-time 40-hour, 50-hour jobs that many are doing, enslaving ourselves just to pay for our food and rent, etc. But we will begin to live in an abundant world where we actually have our essentials covered, all of us around the planet. This is coming. And that will allow more time for us to, people will not get lazy. You will still want to work. You'll want to do something. People, when they're allowed to follow their passion, are not inherently lazy. That's a product of our current society. Laziness and boredom, they're actually, they're mental diseases in a sense. They're a product of not living in purpose. So what we're going to see is that the world is moving towards this abundant place where you are going to need to do something that you love. You will have the support because all the other jobs will be done. All the food, etc., will drop in price. Energy will drop in price. The change is coming. So you will need to actually do the work from now until then to make sure that when that time comes, when abundance does land and begin to integrate itself into our society, that you have been doing the work to find out what is it that makes you thrive? What is it that makes you want to get up in the morning? What is your passion? If you could do anything in the world right now, if you were supported by society to do anything that you wanted right now, what would that be? That is what I want you to focus on this 13 days of the Blue Night Wavespell. That's what I'm going to focus on, and that's what I feel the energy of the planet is going to be focusing on. It is going to be encouraging us to expand our capacity to imagine what it will be like. And through this dreaming that we will do over this next 13 days, including today, it is the dreaming that calls in the energy, calls in the warriors, calls in the co-creators into our lives so that we can begin the journey to actually grounding the manifestation. And in the 13-day calendar, we're entering a new moon as well, the solar moon. So it's the 9th month of the 13 moon year. And this is about the energy. And being that we're in the year of the blue storm, the blue spectral storm, this solar energy is really going to be coming in and shaking us up to get everyone to let their fingers go of the grip of the old archaic way of living so that we can begin to trust and open our hearts into the dreaming, so that we can believe that it's okay to dream about a better life. And we are going to begin to witness, and I believe in the next 13 days, we will witness signs of this abundance. We will witness signs of our future coming forth and showing itself to us so that we can begin to trust more and more in what we are seeing in our visions. So I do believe that we are entering a better world. And I do believe that very soon the environments, the political environments, the economic environments, all these things are changing radically, quickly, and we don't really have a choice. It is happening. And our job now is to breathe deep, calm, and stay focused as we move through the eye of the storm. And do not beat down on those who have, had a go at us in the past when they come asking to help join the movement as we improve the world. Make sure we welcome them with open arms. Make sure we are always listening to each other and working together. And we will bring in a new world within our lifetimes very soon. And all we got to do now for the next 13 days is dream as the highest dreams that we can of the potential for our humanity. And dream the highest potential for your personal life. And all that work you do in the next 13 days, through journaling, through art, do a vision board, whatever it takes. All that work you do in this next 13 days to really tap into your intuition, that's tuition from within, to dream and tap into the dream time and see what's coming, will pay off. it will pay off, and we will begin to see it manifest through the year and as we go forward. Thank you for your endless support. Thank you for sharing the videos, and I really appreciate the magic and the love and the tribe that is gathering out there, and I truly am filled with hope for a new time. In Lakesh.